Hey, what's up people? I received this box from Civivi here and I've handled quite a few V-knives. I have never owned one and I've also never owned a Civivi knife and never handled one. And I actually have already opened up the box to look in there just very briefly, but yeah, I will open it again now and yeah, give you my thoughts, my first impressions, so to speak. And actually I will not show you what it says on the box, so you don't know which model it is. Maybe I will just put it in the title. So the box is actually quite nice. Yeah, it's not something too special, but in here comes also this little pouch, which is actually quite cool for a budget knife to have. One of these pouches. I know, for example, Fox knives sometimes they also send pouches with their knives. They are a hair better quality as far as I can tell. You know, it's nothing like a pole force pouch or something like that. You know, that it's really thick and you have stuff for your patches to put on here, something like that. But it's still a nice pouch, especially for a knife that you didn't pay as much. Also, one thing I wanted to mention, the Civivi knives are actually quite expensive still in Europe. That's probably also the reason why I've never handled one, because they're not that available. I think part of the reason being is that there were not any dealers for Civivi for a long time, and now that they really have gone up in price quite a bit. So usually most Civivi knives cost about 80 bucks right now in Europe here, 80 euros that is. And that's actually quite a lot of money for, I will not get into this if these knives are worth it or not, because I've not tested them too much to, make a statement about that. But I picked one up for 55 euros or something like that. And we will see if the prices fall again or raise even more. So in here there are also two of these silicone bags that I have already put away, but when you open the pouch up, you can see you get a sticker up here. Oh, actually you get two stickers. I didn't notice that before. That's actually quite nice. You get those two very colorful stickers right here. It says V-knife and Civivi on there. Actually, I show them to you separately. They're a little bit bent from shipping, but no problem at all. Quite nice actually. To give us free stickers. So it's really a little bit like those like pole force I mentioned earlier. They always usually come with stickers and a zipper bag and stuff like that. And that's actually quite interesting. Here's another sticker. There's a dragon on there. What blade does he actually hold? I think it's a V knife that he holds in his hand. This one also has a knife in his hand. I think this is Elijah Aishan design that the all holds here. But yeah, stickers, very nice. And then we get this card that probably just says, instructions before use and stuff like that, warranties, blah blah blah. And then you also get this cleaning cloth, which is nice. Yeah, there you go. It's a cleaning cloth. Here's one from Real Steel. They always, I don't know. They sometimes also give you cleaning cloths within their knife boxes, which is quite nice for a budget knife to have these. I probably will put this away because we'll only break it out if I need to use it, because I already have one that I use, so don't need this. And yeah, then put the knife aside real quick and look at the pouch inside. The padding is actually done really nice, quite soft. Yeah, good way to transport knives from one location to the other. 4 minutes in already. Oh Jesus, so 5 minutes. And here is the knife, the first Civivi I have ever bought. Let's look at this. This is the Civivi Governor. And I think it's one of the newer releases. Boom, that flies out. Okay, the action is not that good yet, but the opening, as you just saw, when this thing flies out there, it reminds me a little bit of Ontario Red, you know, from the opening. Boom. Yeah. The drop action is actually getting better. You know, obviously this knife has not been used yet and just opened a couple of times. The action is not supposed to be perfect yet. Nice deep carry pocket clip here, recessed screws. We will try that out later if that really works. I like that they have done a backspacer here. I really don't like open constructed knives that much, to be honest. The reason for is that they get dustier a lot more easy, and they're also harder to clean usually. But yeah, half closed construction is perfectly fine for me. I like that. Yeah, blade centering perfect. Action is really good. The thumb studs feel nice. Let's check out the grip. I have small hands, by the way. Okay, chimping up here is not too satisfying for me, but you know, it feels good. It feels good. The hollow grind appears to be very thin actually. Let's look if we can show you this. So maybe you can see that's a quite a deep hollow grind. So rather deep hollow grind. Actually, let's bring in one of the more well-known hollow grinds on the market, Recon 1 here. These suckers have really deep hollow grinds too. They are very thin behind the edge, so I don't know. This one is quite a deep hollow grind actually. The edge on here, I tested this earlier, is okay. It's not the best edge that I have ever seen, to be honest. I mean, it's very sharp, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't bite very good. And it's actually, the knife itself is actually, can probably hear it. The knife itself is razor sharp, but it appears like, and that's something a lot of companies do, it appears like they have, see how I can push my thumb on the blade without cutting myself? It appears like they buffed the edge a little bit too much at the end of the sharpening process. That's something you see in more expensive knives as well, a lot. So the knife is really sharp, but they have buffed it too much. The edge is quite polished. They probably knocked off that burr too much, so it doesn't bite anymore. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's a 50 euro knife, and it still shaves anyway. So I would say I don't, you know, blame this knife for not being too bitey at the edge, because I mean, as we just saw, the blade centering, everything is perfect. The action is really good. It seems to be a really well-made knife actually. Let's put this stuff out of the way here real quick. Actually, I can leave the box. And let's look into a couple of size comparisons. Let's start off with Victorinox Farmer, which is the mid-size Victorinox blade, and then the Victorinox Cadet, which is a little bit smaller. Let's zoom you guys in. And then, as I showed you earlier, Ontario Red, number 1. And then here is a paramilitary 2. So the knife is actually not too small. It's a 10 centimeter blade, which is 4 inches. So I show you the Recon one next to it, which is also a bigger blade. But the Civivi governor here is a little bit, you know, narrower from the blade width. Actually, I don't know what stock thickness we have on here. It appears to be rather on the thin side. So let's also check our tip real quick. I like to check those tips out. At the tip you can usually see how symmetrical the grind is. Actually, maybe I can get this to focus so a little bit better. The tip is quite thin, it is pointy. It's not too pointy because, as you can see, the tip drops down ever so slightly at the end. A little bit like on a, you know, Spyderco, Delica, Endura, that type of stuff. But the tip is thin and pointy, and it appears to be quite symmetrically ground. I look at the edge for a second to tell you guys. Yeah, also the edge is actually quite symmetrically. The grind seems to be rather even. Yeah, I think the grind is very even also. Very nice. Well, very nicely done. The knife inside is, I think, skeletonized. Rip. Focus. Yeah, the knife is skeletonized inside very heavily, as it appears, but it has full stainless steel, I think. It's probably stainless steel liners. There is a stop pin. Yeah, the logo nice and subtle actually. No markings on the knife except the steel that is down here. I'm not sure if you can see this. I think now you can. Can you see the steel right there? It is D2. There was not any oil, maybe you noticed that. No oil on the blade. I'm not sure if that is from Civivi or from the dealer that I bought it from. Actually, I want to check out the weight real quick. 117 grams. That's quite lightweight actually for the size. Not too light, but actually that's quite lightweight. I have no problems with that. And I will show you what's that in ounces in just a second. 4.1 ounces. So yeah, there is your weight. So yeah guys, this was just the first little impressions video. I will do more videos, yeah, on this knife, I guess soon. Probably will do a disassembly video in the very near future, because I want to see if we can boost that action a little bit, maybe getting some of that grit out. But the action is actually out of the box. For an out of the box action, this is very good, especially on that opening. Yeah, thank you guys for watching and have yourself a nice day. Goodbye, people.